Hey, what's going on, guys? Cryptic360 here, back at it with another kind of yappy, kind of tangent video. But today, the Xbox game showcase just happened recently. I think it happened like a day or two ago, and there was one game that was on there that I'm actually insanely excited for, and that is Spyro: A Realm Beyond. We are getting a new Spyro game, which is awesome. This is the trailer here. This is cinematic CGI. This is super awesome that we're getting another Spyro game. It's made by Toys for Bob, who did the Reignited trilogy, which I do have, and I have played a little bit of it. Sorry, excuse me. This is absolutely awesome. I don't know what else to say. You know, I'd say I'm a Spyro fan. I think Spyro is really cool. I haven't played a lot of them. The only games I have are the Reignited trilogy and Spyro for the PlayStation 1. I don't have any of the other ones. If you have any recommendations, though, let me know in the comments down below. But I just wanted to make a video on this because I am insanely excited about this. This is awesome. I hope it's good. You know, you can never really be too sure with new games coming out these days. They're very hit or miss these days. If they're, you know, big studios, because sometimes big studios can kind of fall short. We do get some alpha footage, though, which is pretty awesome. That we even got to see gameplay. Or, you know, even though it's a little bit of gameplay, it's not very much, but it's so cool that we got to see some. It is coming out on Xbox Series X, just a bunch of Xbox stuff, and it's also coming to Steam, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2. I didn't even see all that. And it is coming out spring of 2027, which is actually a lot sooner than I would expect. But yeah, like I said, in the bottom right corner there, it is made by Toys for Bob. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, yeah, I'm super excited. Also, we could talk about some of the other things that happened in the Xbox Direct. We are getting a new Fable. I don't know if anybody knew that. I think it's coming out November. I can't remember, but here's a trailer for it. This is really cool that we're getting a new Fable. Is this a new Fable or is it a remake? I don't actually know. But yeah, we are getting another Fable here, which is really cool. We are getting Halo. We are getting a campaign, the Halo CE campaign remastered or remake. It's also coming with new missions. I'm pretty sure 343 is doing this, and if you know about 343, they're a bit of a downer. They're not great, so we'll see. I don't know if I'll get it because I've already played the CE campaign. So I don't know. Whoa! They're making a Crazy Taxi remake. Oh, that's really cool. I still haven't played the original. I probably should. You can get it on PS2 or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of how this looks. It looks like it uses Unreal Engine 5, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So, it looks cool though. That's interesting. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not like a, Saints Row. You know, if you know, you know. Spyro, we already talked about that. Oh yeah, there's a new Gears of War coming out, Gears of War E-Day, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll get it because I never played 4 or 5. I still haven't played 3 yet, but I've played 1 and 2. I don't know if I'll get this. I hope if it's good, then maybe. So yeah, that's all for the Xbox Game Direct, the Game Showcase. I'm thinking of Direct because there is actually a Nintendo Direct coming out, I think tomorrow. While I'm filming this video, it's the 8th. Tomorrow there is a Nintendo Direct. I hope we can see some Winds and Waves, some more of Winds and Waves. That would be absolutely awesome. I hope we get to see more of this game. We only saw the starters. I'm hoping we can see their evolutions. And yeah, maybe we get some new regional forms, which would be pretty cool. I don't know. But yeah, that's all. I'm mainly just excited for Spyro from the Xbox. That's showcase. That was really cool. The Crazy Taxi is pretty cool. I didn't even know about that. But we'll see if it's any good. We'll see if any of these games are any good, because you never know these days. But yeah, there's also the people who made Shadow of the Colossus, Eco, and stuff like that are making a new game. I don't remember what it's called, but it looks pretty cool. It looks a lot like Shadow of the Colossus, honestly. It looks very similar to that. but like it's like sci-fi, which is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, there's also some Steam games that I'm excited for as well, and I'm gonna go show those real quick. So I'm here on my Steam wish list again. There is some other games. I have showed some of these off. I can't remember which ones, but well, I know I have some of these. Some of these games are coming out that are pretty cool. Let's just get right into them. Plim seems pretty cool. This is on like TikTok and Instagram Reels. This game's pretty cool looking. Very interesting, very chill. Honestly, it reminds me of kind of like Katamari or like Pikmin in a sense, I guess, which is pretty cool. So there's that. You can go check that out. You can go wishlist this on Steam. I'll put a link in the description so you can go wishlist it. And then Funnel Runners looks kind of cool. It's just it's like a twister kind of game, which is pretty cool. Lanturn of the Laughless Saint. I don't even remember this. Okay, so it's kind of like an Elder Scrolls sort of thing, maybe. Yeah, that just said it right there. And you have online co-op, which is pretty cool. So that game's pretty cool too. And then Basement to the Sky. I saw Queso playing this. There's a demo out for this if you want to play this. This game looks pretty cool, so you can play that. Spectral Map. I saw this recently. This game's very interesting. Very cool. So there's that too. And then this just had an early access. I heard the early access wasn't very good though for Killer Bean, so might have to wait for a minute. Debauchery and Magic. This one's pretty cool too. You can check that out if you're interested in stuff like that. Burglin, everyone knows about Burglin Gnomes. And the Goblin Tavern. This is still being in development. This looks very cool. That's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'll see y'all in another video. Peace.